Penny's getting upset. Countdown. There we go.
I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning,
Good
I wake up
morning.
to the sound of the trading
Why don't I hear
bell.
this?
My heart starts to pound. Daily
I think
stock pick
because
trading
I just probably don't have the volume turned up.
guiding me through my hopes and fears.
Let me see.
Tune in daily,
Where's
don't
my
miss a
volume
single
at?
show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow.
There we go.
Taking risks, making
Now I can
moves,
hear
seeking
myself.
success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
We're gonna pin this
Every morning I
mofo.
wake up to the sound
Pin
of the
message.
trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading
I'm gonna open these mofos up.
guiding me through my hopes and
Open with Google Chrome. There's a lot today. By the way, hit the thumbs up button. Good morning, Camille. Open with Google Chrome. There's quite a bit in this episode. I was incredibly impressed. Perplexity has an upgrade, and it did such good stuff. But okay, I'm gonna pause that. There's a lot of would you rather kind of stuff. Would you rather do this, do that, do this? Penny, I adore you, but come on. Come on. Let's start down. Podcast. Open with. Why did I include this one? Oh, this is, okay. We've got agentic coding now inside Sidekick. There's a lot of, okay, let's go scene. We'll go over to scene. There's a lot of energy, a lot of, hey, we've got good stuff coming here. Resist the urge. Oh, I didn't want that. No. Resist the urge to freak out. I opened it in comment by mistake. It's been 6 years since COVID was officially named a global pandemic. So we'll take a look at that. This particular episode was really good, I thought. I've got a couple of shorts out there with Seeking Alpha. From the Investing Experts podcast. Let's see. No. There I am. Morning, Wendy. Morning, T. Jassy. I gotta turn on my do not disturb. Bum, bum, bum. I've been joking with some friends over the morning on text. So Adobe got canceled again. It's down 8%. I was watching it yesterday with Mike from Trendspider. I was on there. Trendspider's live. Let's just refresh. It's down 8%. You're seeing a lot of green today. Most likely, I mean, just I'll go over the charts, but the charts kind of tell the story. Morning, Donovan. Hit the like and subscribe button. I know there's a lot of people that don't subscribe either. And if you want to know when I go live, hit the alert button. I mean, don't be afraid. I put out 2 videos a day. I'm not a serial, oh my God, I'm going to, throw a ton of stuff. But this was interesting. The Time Person of the Year. Yeah, the weekly chart shows it all. How once we lost that confirmation there, and that's from last year, you can see that red is last year. Once you lose that confirmation, even though these are green, it's tough to get that back. Tough to get that 9 and 21. 21's just flat. Bollinger Bands contracting. 50 still moving positive. 200 still moving positive. It's a good one. Okay, I'm going to hit record because it's Friday. Nobody wants to. Here's the thing. Okay, let me just hit record. Good morning. It is Friday, March 13th. It is Friday the 13th. And I was going to, just kind of riff with the audience here on YouTube Live. But I said, hey, it's Friday. Nobody wants to be around. Here's the thing. It is Friday the 13th. It is Friday while we are at war. It is Friday when oil is soaring. It is Friday when the markets are going down. Believe it or not, I mean, this is interesting that the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks are green, but overall we're down. You just haven't been able to gain that. So the charts have been telling the story. I mean, it's kind of what I said. The charts are telling the story. We've been kind of going a little bit sideways, but the last time you traded at, let's see, right now in pre-market, we are at $600. It closed at $597 last time. Let's look, because October 20th, the low was $599. October 13th, the low was $590. So you really haven't moved much outside of October. October, November, December, January, February, and now it's March. It's 6 months. Meanwhile, the indicators have gone down. So I do think things will start moving in the right direction. The show's going to be a big one. Going to show you kind of a ways to look at things. But I did ask Perplexity. I said, can you give me a good Friday the 13th stock market joke for my podcast? And it said, here's the podcast joke. Why do traders love Friday the 13th? It's the one day stocks don't crash. They just get superstitiously slashed. Pause after crash for effect. Hit the punchline with a laugh. Your audience will eat it up during market analysis. I thought that was horrible. Horrible. Just horrible. But what's not horrible? Investing Experts podcast. They started putting up some shorts of me doing this. They've got a couple up there. So if you're interested, go to the Seeking Alpha YouTube channel and you'll see me right there. You'll also see a couple of 2-minute stock analysis for, let's see, Strategy and Vistra, which we'll talk about Vistra later. But again, there's a couple of them up there. I did get some feedback on this one, the AI layer cake. This was a good podcast, I thought. I mean, and me as a baker, come on, that's a winning thumbnail right there. So I got tons of positive feedback because the basis of it is that AI has 5 layers, according to Jensen, who's the CEO of NVDA, not according to me. So I go and look at it and say, okay, let's do a watch list. And by the way, later in the episode, I'm going to bring up Shai actually did this same exercise, but he gives you the stocks. He didn't use AI. He used his own intelligence. A lot more smart than I am. So let's talk about this. Because at first this year, over the past years, I've been a bond expert. I've been a military and foreign policy expert. I've been a disease and pandemic expert, an AI expert, a data center expert. So many hats that I've worn over the years on this podcast. Okay? News alert. I'm not an expert in any of these things. I'm just someone who takes a look at the information I'm given, researches it, and then makes a plan. There's nothing magical about what I do here. There's nothing magical. I just paid my taxes, okay? I got my taxes done. I am paying well into the 6 figures in taxes alone from last year's income. Okay, that comes from trading stocks. That comes from this podcast. But if you haven't paid 6 figures of income, you need a plan to do that, or income tax, because the reality is you pay taxes on what you make. I've always been, for years, and I was telling my girlfriend this last night, I made tons of mistakes when it comes to taxes, lots of them over the years, plenty of mistakes. But let's look at this. One mistake that I don't make is to buy and hold. And it's been 6 years since COVID was named a global pandemic. And in those, the 5 years since, we're in the 6th year right now. But in 2020, from peak to trough, here's the drawdowns. Down 33% in 2020. That's when I started building the 4-hour algorithm in Trendspider because I didn't want to take that 33% drawdown. 2021, down 5% from peak to trough. Wasn't a great year in the Mag 7. You killed it. Okay. The market overall was up 20%. 2022, 25%. 2023, by the way, 2022 was record Fed interest rate hikes. That wasn't a shock that we were down 25%. 2023, rebound, but it was still down 10%. You had a buy the dip opportunity. 2024, down 8.5%. 2025 last year, with Liberation Day, you were down 18.9%. Going down in the stock market is just part of being in the stock market. It's not about losing money until you sell. Okay? The reason I paid all of that money in actual income taxes last year is because I took some selling. For years, I didn't sell. I was just buying good companies. I was adding, while I was working, I was adding money to my portfolio. Okay? And a shout out. I just want to go and show you this because what's happening now, I haven't looked this up beforehand, so let's see if it works. There's a what's happening now here in Trendspider. You can go down to the bottom. There's CNBC recommendations. Now, let's see. I do want to say the symbol contains CF because Joe Terranova, he bought CF at the beginning of the war, March 12th, okay? If you bought CF on March 12th, let's just look at March 12th. March 12th is, let's see, oh, he brought it up yesterday, but he did buy it. Let me see. CF, Bill Birch bought it August 2024. I know Joe Terranova bought it back here when the war started. He bought CF for his Joe T. The stock was at like 94. It's trading at 136 right now. It was up 13% yesterday. In pre-market, it's 133. If we pull up the 4-hour algorithm and look at this one, when did the 4-hour algorithm get you in? It was way back in January 80. So the 4-hour algorithm, again, I brought that up. The 4-hour algorithm was developed in 2020 to avoid downturns. But many times, it does get you in at prime candidates. Okay, this is a great stock. This is a fertilizer stock. Now, is it one that I would invest in? No. Why? Because it doesn't fit my high conviction zone. It's a great one, but it's a quant hold. And it's been a hold for a long time. So it's not one that I'm particularly looking at. It's not one that I'm looking at trading. I did bring up IPI, which has a strong buy now in the quant. And I brought that up when it changed to a strong buy. We can go and look at this one. It was a strong buy here at $42. $42. Where are you trading right now? $49. Almost a 20% gain. Again, this one fits my high conviction zone. So it's just about creating habits that will lead to patterns. I drive in my Tesla constantly. with Grok on and full self-driving. I'm at 95% of my driving is on full self-driving. And I'll just say, hey, Grok, tell me what I need to know in the stock market today. And then I'll follow it up. What sectors are leading the market right now? What sectors are weak and why? Then I can pull up on my phone, I can pull up Trendspider, and I can start asking and prompting Sidekick on the Trendspider app to do some research for me. Or I can ask Perplexity. But it's about creating those habits and understanding what works for you. When I get back to my desk, I do a ton of research using Trendspider and using Seeking Alpha. It's very simple. It's not a hard process. But I'm constantly doing this because I want to manage my portfolio. I geek out on this stuff. And if you're listening to the podcast, most likely you geek out on this stuff too. So make sure you have the tools that are available to you as I go through this day. Understand the tools. There's 2 of them, and they're both on sale. In fact, Trendspider has their Find Your Pot of Luck thing. I think there's a trial. I don't think they're giving a discount on the trial, but these offers are phenomenal. You're getting up to 45% off. And I want to point you towards the Advanced tab, okay? Because here's the thing. You get up to 52 trainings per year. The Enhanced is great, but you get 3 trainings per year. And these trainings are not, oh my God, I want a video of somebody showing me. These are one-on-one Zoom sessions with a product expert where you can show your screen, ask them what to do. And the thing is, you know, you do get 25 Sidekick messages. The hack, go to one of these trainings and just ask a bunch of Sidekick messages. Ask the trainer to go and ask Sidekick a bunch about it. That's the hack, because at $117, say you get 4 training sessions per month. You know, maybe the month of February you get 3, but say it's 4 a month. That's just over $25 per session, and Trendspider at that point is absolutely free. So again, this can all be gotten here on Linktree. The link is right down below my head, linktr.ee/dailystockpick. It's the top link. Go there, sign up for one of these annual plans. You'll get my 4-hour algorithm. I'll send it to you. And then the second link on this, it is Premium and Alpha Picks bundle. You save over $150. Get these this weekend. Why? Because I think we're ready for a pullback, one of these style pullbacks. Okay? The world was shut down at COVID, and we went down 33%. Right now, oil is driving this market. And be aware, resist the urge to freak out about the markets. This is SoFi's Liz Thomas. She's fantastic. Don't go and sell. Panic selling is not a strategy. We just went over the weekly of QQQ. Look at the 4-hour. You are in a clear range, 585 to 638. And you may see that green line stroking up there. That's a trend line. And where does that go back to? That goes all the way back to COVID. And so you can see we touched it here in June of 2022. We touched it here in October 2022. We were well below it in December 2022. We touched it again October 2023 as you started to go down. We touched it again August 2024. This was when the Japan unwind trade happened. Then Liberation Day, you went under that trend line. You are right at that trend line right now. Do I expect us to go through it? If the war continues, then yes. If oil continues to go up, then yes. Be aware of your time frame. Was it a great time to buy in December 2022 right here at the low? Well, if your time frame was, 6 months, it was. Was it a great time to buy here in February 2025? If your time frame was 2 months, hell no. But if your time frame was 1 year, then yes, you are up. And that's the goal of making money, is just to identify your time frame. So again, don't freak out. I've got Apple. Apple is 50% of my portfolio, okay? It is not up in the last week. I mean, we can see it right here. We are at the price that you were paying in October. Am I selling right now? No, because I believe that Apple is a $280 stock. I will sell it at $280. Why? Because I've done the research. I know what it costs. I know what the valuation is. I know what the growth is. I know what the profitability is. I know what the momentum is. And I know what the revision is. That's all baked into the price. And right now, at $255, Apple is not worth selling for me. I don't need the money. I've got cash on the sidelines. My time frame is long. I am perfectly willing to wait until it gets back to 280. Be aware of your time frame. Don't freak out. And if you're looking for stocks that are pumping, what's pumping right now? If you go over here to market data, okay, and we just go to key market data and we look at the US equities year to date, energy is up 28%. Financial services are down 10%. What I'm heavy into is XLK. That's down 4%. Okay, I'm heavy into financials as well. I've got a bunch. But here you go. Steve Kress is literally hand feeding you 5 energy stocks that are set for oil volatility. Okay? These are Seeking Alpha quant systems that identify them as strong buys. One of them, I don't even know. I don't know what the 4 are. I haven't watched it. I will watch it. I am a large cap tech investor, so energy is something that I put on the side. But here you go, PARR. I bought this one back on 11/17 because it was an alpha pick. It's a strong buy. In the last month, it's up 25%. Understand what you own and understand what sectors are going. Again, I just went over it, that I talk to Grok about this all the time. And understand too, hedge funds may have created a setup for equities to surge sharply after recent pullbacks. We saw on Monday when Trump announced the war was over, that was a great day in the market. Let's go and look at QQQ on Monday, because that was the day that we were up. We'll look at the daily and we'll go back. This day, when he announced that it was over, this was a 2.27% in QQQ upward date. That's great. Now, it will be a day when it pushes back like that. You don't want to be out of the market. You want to be in the market. And I say this all the time. Time in the market beats timing the market. If you feel we have a lot further down and you have stocks or ETFs that you've identified as short term and they're losing money, it makes sense to reevaluate that position based on what we're seeing in the market. But I'm not worried about my positions. And part of it is because I have a lot of money into Alpha Picks. Now, Alpha Picks, the data-driven portfolio, 2 picks, one on the 1st, one on the 15th. We're going to get one next week. They just had a stock hit what's called the winner circle. Okay, and this happens all the time. What does that mean? It means the stock has doubled its return since being picked. It has met one of the rules to be removed from the portfolio currently, but again, it's doubled. So this particular stock that hit the winner circle the other day, go to your Alpha Picks portfolio. If you are a subscriber, it's right here on the left-hand side of Seeking Alpha. You can go over there. Go and look at it. It's the most recent article, okay? The winner circle means that you just remove your absolute. If it was a sell, it would be removed from the portfolio completely. But what a winner circle means is you take out your initial investment. You're playing with house money then. And many of these winner circles, they have gone on to actually gain a lot more. I can't name the stock. Subscribers should absolutely adjust according. This particular stock that was announced as a winner circle yesterday, I am personally up 107%. I think the portfolio is up 250%. I just got in later than that, but I've actually traded this one. I've traded for gains. So my personal choice on this one, even though the position is at 100% gain, I'm not taking out my initial position. I've been made more money off of this particular stock by trading it. And if you are a subscriber of Alpha Picks, go and read the most recent thing, because the 4-hour algorithm, if you have both of my tools, if you have Premium and Alpha Picks and Trendspider, it was just a buy in the 4-hour algorithm. So I'm not moving on this one. Now, I do want to tell you, Trendspider has got some amazing new features. They're not announced yet, but you can now have Sidekick actually create an indicator for you. You can go back and forth, ask it to do. I am actually having, I went over this the other day, that I'm having Trendspider put this in. This custom indicator right here, you can ask Sidekick to actually create an indicator for you. Say you want to use relative performance. Say you want to use MACD. Say you want to use the zigzag. Say you want to use RSI. Say you want to use stochastics. Go and have a conversation with Sidekick. Have it create a strategy, like my 4-hour algorithm right here. The 4-hour algorithm, you can see it on your screen. This is going to be in the store. But again, Dan has made this announcement. They don't have any videos. They don't have any description. Go and play with it. It's currently soft launch. He just had it do one for himself. And he's also announced that they will have options data very soon in Trendspider. So it's going to give you, even though they have options data, you're going to be able to actually use significantly more options opportunities. So Trendspider, while on sale, you can go and get a 2-week trial, or you can get the annual plan. You can even save on monthly and quarterly. If you get the annual plan, you get my 4-hour algorithm as long as you use my link. So again, the tools, this is it. Sidekick made Dan, there's a chat in the Daily Stock Make newsletter chat where I put this up. And yeah, it's going to be huge. So again, Trendspider, best tool in the market for me. Now I want to bring up a little education. This one right here is bringing up Mark Minervini's VCP pattern, okay? This looks for the divergence of price and volume. That's what you're looking for. Now you can set this up in Trendspider. You can say when the price goes up, but the volume goes down, give me that divergence because I want to enter into that one. And you can create this. And if you didn't know who Mark Minervini is, let's see. Minervini Trendspider template. I'm just going to Google it. There you go. You have his template in the store. So you can actually import this into your system for free. You don't have to go through all that education. Just have it imported into your system for free. Again, the store is out there. Now, I want to bring up a bull and bear case. Okay, we're going to do this for a few stocks. The first one is Tesla. Okay, Tesla over $400. I think it's a clear sell. It has been resistance right there. You're seeing it move from $485, almost $500 down. You're below the 200-day. Your 50-day still moving level there. If I were to put in a line and say, where's my support right now? I would say when we broke out right there, just under $400, that's probably a good, hey, I want to buy it here and sell it up here. The 4-hour algorithm makes you 76% versus 101% buy and hold. I have made the mistake over the years of buying and trading this one. It has been a far better buy and hold. You're just in a sideways pattern. So let's look at some of the bull case. It's robots and it's automation. They have the ability to mass produce both the hardware and the software. It's a solid mix. But is it worth the multiple that you're paying? Because it's super expensive. Now, mind you, the quant has had this as a hold forever. It has never been anything more than a hold. Doesn't mean that you thumb your nose at it, but that valuation of 191 times forward earnings with a PEG ratio of 4 means they are going to have to grow incredibly. They are already losing revenue growth minus 2.9%. And if you want to know why it's an A and it's not an F, we'll go into here. It literally tells you the growth metrics are mixed. While its revenue growth forward is 7%, above the sector's 4%, the company faces challenges with a negative year-over-year revenue growth of 3%. The profitability, huge. EBITDA margin of 11%. There's no car company that's doing that, but they're not a car company. And so that's where you have to get into the bull case of, hey, they're going to sell a lot of robots and they're going to sell a lot of other things. But again, Digital Optimus ready for use in 6 months. If they can actually get software for a robot out there and then they can produce the robots like they produce the cars, that's a huge push on this. But I would say, is this a huge push for only Tesla? Because here you go. Now I've got full self-driving in my car, okay? It is unbelievable. Here is Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, driving in a Mercedes using the NVIDIA autonomous driving system. Have others caught up to Tesla? Because we have Waymo. If you haven't ridden in a Waymo, it's great. That's what I have every day, by the way, in my Tesla. And it's just a matter of time until I'm going to be able to sleep on the side of the car and go. But again, I don't think Tesla is a car company. And if you're looking at NVIDIA, let's just look at NVIDIA versus Tesla. If I were to look at NVIDIA and I were to go to the valuation, I'm only paying 22 times forward earnings on NVIDIA. The PEG ratio is 0.58 versus Tesla. Oh, stop. I've mistyped it. I have a thumb injury. Versus Tesla, you're paying 191. You're paying 5 times what you're paying for NVIDIA. And honestly, with this freaking video, I'd rather have NVIDIA right now. Is it going to outpace Tesla? I don't think so. I think NVIDIA's got some other issues, like this market cap of 4.45 trillion versus Tesla's market cap of 1.4. They could 4 times and then have the same market cap as NVIDIA. NVIDIA, as the largest company in the world right now, can't 4 times. So it's different dynamics. But I would much rather risk reward, hold NVIDIA than hold Tesla. And I'll trade Tesla. It's just a choice. Again, I take my own personal risk reward and I look at it that way. Wall Street, by the way, NVIDIA's price target is 46% above. When you look at Tesla, their average price target is 6% above. So is there a bull case or a bear case? Now I'll take up the bear case again. Rivian unveiled their new R2 electric SUV. So if Tesla has the #1 selling EV right now with the Model 3 and the Model Y, Rivian's right on their heels. And FYI, I took a look at this. Starting at $57,000, if I were to get a Model Y Performance and I'm looking at a car, in the next year or two, I'm looking at maybe switching over to Rivian if they can get the self-driving the way Tesla has it. So this is another bear onto, because Rivian can pump up, if they are able to actually show that they have production capabilities, they can follow Tesla. And this stock is beaten down at $15. Let's just take a look at a 5-year chart of this. This was way up at $150 just in 2021. Does it make sense right now? Well, it's valuation. They're not making money. It's growth. Impressive, not fantastic. The profitability sucks. Every car that they have roll off the production line, they actually lose money. But the momentum's not been bad. 3 months, you're down 16%. But if you're in it for over 1 year, you're up 38%. So again, understand what you own. And AppLovin, here's a good one. This is an alpha pick. This is one of the top stocks. I love this one. And here's a 2-minute analysis. They literally guide you through how to look at AppLovin. And I'll bring up Palantir. I saw Alex Karp, their CEO, on CNBC yesterday. This dude, I mean, there is no stopping this guy. He doesn't care if they use Anthropic. He doesn't care if they use OpenAI. He said, we have the best software platform out there, but it's expensive. And when you look at this, it's, again, a Tesla-style valuation, 116 times forward earnings. Their PEG ratio going forward is 2.6, but the momentum, you can't beat this. 83% up in 1 year. Its short term has been bad, but we've just been trading sideways on this one. You use Trendspider, and you see 4-hour algorithm got you in at 132. Where are you? 153 right now. The 200-day still moving negative, but the 50-day just started moving positive. And here you go. If you were using your indicators, Bollinger Bands contracted right here at 134. Your MACD well below the oscillator. Your RSI coming off oversold territory at 25. Does it make sense to buy this one? Depends on your time frame. Because even a weekly right here, you could still go down. If we go down further in the market, you could still go down. Now, the $80, maybe that's not the right support level. Maybe this 125 is, because that's where it spiked to before it pulled back to 80. So maybe this is the new support. Is it time to do this? And then I see Palantir, okay? Trendspider post this. I saw this from Trendspider. And I said, you know what? I'm going to use the tools in front of me to look to see if this is a good one. And I just went to Perplexity. Everybody has access to Perplexity. And I said, is cup and handle bullish for this? It says, yes, the cup and handle pattern that Trendspider posted in this post is bullish. Pattern context, bullish implications, trading consideration. I was incredibly impressed with Perplexity on this. So I said, can you give me the actual prices? I was only able to do this 2 weeks ago. Sidekick was the only LLM that could do this in Trendspider. But I said to Perplexity, can you give me actual prices to enter and what price the stop should be? For Palantir cup and handle from Trendspider, enter on the confirmed breakout above 156. Where you're trading right now, you're trading at 153. So you're really waiting for that to hit 156. Recent history shows consolidation around 151 to 156, aligning with patterns handle phase post cup formation. Entries and stops. Entry, buy above 156. Stop, place below 151. If it loses that 151, it's probably not going to break out. And it says this is not financial advice. Confirmed live chart and Trendspider for precise levels and moves fast. What time frame chart on the pattern? Is it daily or weekly? And you've just got to understand your charts. And if you don't understand charts, that's why I say Trendspider is the best thing for you, because you could literally just ask Sidekick, what do you see on this chart? Let's see. What do you see on the Palantir chart? Is it a buy or should I wait? I saw it was a cup and handle on the daily chart. Let me know. And let's see. It's probably going to tell me I can't give you financial advice, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay? Again, use the tools that you have in front of you. And I said to the I think paid members, Taiwan Semi came out with their earnings. They were phenomenal. Phenomenal. I want to own Taiwan Semi. And I used Seeking Alpha. This is one of the Seeking Alpha analysts. And he says, Taiwan Semi loading up by the dip. Now, when you look at this analyst history on this, he said strong buy here, June 26th of last year. He's up 50% from that strong buy. He said strong buy here. He's up 28% since September when he published the article. He's telling you again, it's a strong buy right now. And you're getting the benefit of 5% down. Is this a strong buy? Well, the quant says it's 3.49, says it's not a strong buy. Why? Some of the revisions It's 7 up, 35 down. There is nobody bringing these down. We're in an AI market. This is the one company that makes all these chips. And I went over it with the paid subscribers on Tuesday. The question of whether China moves in on Taiwan or not, with Warren Buffett got out of this, it doesn't make sense for me to even be scared of that. The reality is, if China actually moves on this, their two largest customers are NVIDIA and Apple. Guess what are two of my top 5 positions? It's NVIDIA and Apple. Guess what would fall just as much as Taiwan Semi? And I looked at on Wednesday, I went over the ETFs that didn't have Taiwan Semi because I don't own any of them. One of them that does, and I want to start adding to this, is SMH. This is the VanEck Semiconductor ETF. 11% of this ETF is Taiwan Semi. 17% is NVIDIA. 6% is Broadcom. 6% is Micron. The only one that I don't own of the top 5 is ASML. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't own Broadcom, and I don't own Taiwan Semi. So I don't own 3 of the top 5. The only ones that I own, and I own them big, are Micron and NVIDIA. So this makes sense for me to maybe get this ETF. And you have to have watch lists. Again, I added SMH to my must buy now list. This is a buy on pullback. And you can see I am trying to find a strategy to actually get into this one. It's below its MACD, the oscillator. Its RSI is at 42. The entry was at 400. Right now, today, it's at 392. It was at 388 yesterday. When you look at a weekly chart on this one, it's still extended. I am looking to get into this, but I don't want to overpay because I don't expect to hold this one more than maybe a year, maybe 2. So my entry makes it. If this was a 5-year buy, then my ass wouldn't care about buying it right now, because the market is that good. We're in an AI market. And here you go. Part of the AI stuff are co-packaged optics. We talked about photonics. We talk about this. GLW, Corning, I've had that in my watch list for a long time. Did I buy it? No, I have it in ETFs. Credo, AVGO, and Marvell, the DSP chips that process the clean high speed. Shai's literally handing you. Okay, a lot of these I have gone over. Add them to a watch list if you want. Do some research. Understand what you own. It's a great watch list. And then understand these companies are at current valuations will be as memorable as April 2025. If you don't remember April 2025, okay, we just went over this on the weekly chart. That was Liberation Day. Okay, that was here. It was a buy the dip because the valuations were crazy. NVIDIA trading at a forward PE of 21. That's the S&P average over the last 10 years. And NVIDIA has been growing more than the average. Microsoft, PE of 22. Amazon, PE of 26. It's as low as it's ever been. Meta, PE of 21. Again, Taiwan Semi, PE of 22. Micron is the best one in here. Forward PE of 8. And when you go and you look at Micron, and I've been screaming about memory, I've been putting my money where my mouth is, because Micron, it's a 4.99 out of 5 here in the quant. This hits my strong conviction zone, and I've been buying the dip on this one. It's a great one. And again, this watch list, this could be a watch list. Because a lot of these names I currently own or have them on a watch list, and I want to own it. Now, I was watching Mike yesterday, okay? And Mike on Trendspider's live. If you go to YouTube, it's great. And I actually found a scanner, this momentum scanner, okay? You are subscribed to the scanner, but it includes indicators you do not have direct access to. So one of the indicators is the chats indicator, okay? I don't have access to this chats. It's a paid indicator, but I was able to import it. And he scanned, literally I can go up here and I can go to the scanner, let's see, scanner, and I can do momentum. Oh, let's see. Can I get to it? I guess I can't. There it is. We'll just look at this one. And we're going to go back to the 4-hour algorithm right here. And we can look at that. So I've got this scan up here. These are energy names with momentum. And I can scan them and I can look. PARR, my biggest position winner yesterday. Not position, but biggest winner in my portfolio yesterday. And you're seeing some of these energy names aren't moving today. They moved big yesterday. It's about finding these names that move before they move. And like PARR, again, I bought this back in November. This just went to strong buy at 46. It's at 52 today. So if you had it on a watch list, maybe you would be looking at it and you would have been up 4% yesterday. So again, understand what you own. Understand that I use these tools. It's Premium and Alpha Picks, and it's Trendspider, and they are on sale, and they are available here at Linktree, linktr.ee/dailystockpick. And the specials are fantastic. Again, Alpha Picks, you can't beat it. Seeking Alpha Premium, if you want just Seeking Alpha Premium and you don't know the power of the quant, go and get a free 7-day trial of this one. And push yourself even more. For $89, you can get the Pro. And what the Pro comes with is this upgrades and downgrades. It literally lists for you every stock that moved up to a strong buy. You could try it out for a month. Maybe you'll make back the entire subscription fee. But again, import this momentum scan. I'll have it in my newsletter. You can even get the newsletter here on Linktree. Just click on that one. See me as a baker. So if you have any questions, my email address is up there on Linktree as well. Or you can just respond to the email, whatever you want. Again, I think I've given a lot over the past week of strategies, of stocks, of why I'm buying what, of why how I sell. So if you have any questions, again, you can go back and listen to all of the past episodes. You can ask me, or you can go and ask AI. Use the tools that you have in front of you. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you later. Bye. Morning, Jennifer. Did you say you were working on a journaling guide? That's something I would love to learn more about. Yeah, Donovan, journaling is just, it's so personal. I am working on one. I want to add it to the paid member benefit. But honestly, there's my journal. There's my journal for PARR. Bought at 45.97. Got up to 48 within 15 minutes. That's my journal. That's my journal on this one. I could have, sold at 48. I didn't. It's been up and down. It's at 52 right now. I'm perfectly happy with that position. I think it dipped down, to be honest with you. Let's see. November, it dipped down to 35, dipped down to 35, dipped down to 40. So I should have been playing this one here in the 4-hour algorithm because it's done really well. Over this time, you can see here's October. This one got you out here at 45, even though that's right where I bought it. I bought it more here at 35. I think I bought more here at 36. I may have sold up here. I don't know. I did add to this position as it got over 40. So, yeah, my strong, again, I know I've told this to the paid subscribers, and Larry's one of the paid ones, and Eli is too. I've been adding to Micron under $400 all the way back to February. I just don't understand how this stock is at $400. I don't get it. Its valuation. You're trading 11 times forward earnings. We can chart this one. Let's select metrics, valuation, PE, trailing 12 months, update chart. Oh, stop. That's trailing 12 months. Yeah. You can't do the forward one. Again, their forward is pretty well defined. And at 11, if you get up to 38, 35, they're trading right now. $400 is 11 times forward earnings. You could 3 times to $1,200 and get to 35. I mean, that's the trailing 12 months, but they have such a price increase, and it's contracted. So I don't see this one going, losing money. And NVIDIA is the same thing. I mean, that billionaire is adding to NVIDIA. I want to add to NVIDIA. I just have so much NVIDIA. The problem with NVIDIA is that circular valuation. But shit, seeing Mercedes drive like that, they've got the software and the hardware at this point. And again, you can follow me into this stuff. I don't recommend it. I recommend you make your own decisions. You ask your own questions. But as somebody who has followed a lot of people over the years into trades, it works out sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work out. But if you want to follow somebody who paid 6 figures in taxes last year, that's me. Let's see. Okay, good. I don't have to do any technical stuff. I thought this was a good show. I don't think I pushed the tools as much as I should, but... Oh, by the way, let's look at the Palantir stuff. Oh, it's still thinking. Ugh. Let's delete this. Remove chat. Let's go back to Palantir. And we'll go to daily. And thinking. Did it reset to 500? Yeah, Baba, I think, but I like Baba. I brought it up passingly. I do like Baba. I haven't bought crypto, but I do like Baba. We'll go back and look at that one. I do like this one. It's not a strong buy. And that's where I kind of get hung up is like, why am I buying Baba instead of Micron? And that's where, I get into, best of us investors. They only have one gainer. Wow. Their entire portfolio is down other than Empress, which is, by the way, up 85% since they picked it. So fantastic score there. But again, the Baba thing, it just, yeah, and that's where I would go, because I've moved from a day trader. I mean, this is a great day trading, but I am so burned out. And Eli, you know this, creating content. I am so burned out after doing this, this podcast. I mean, I'm just done after a few hours of this. And I go out and enjoy my day. Let's do a thumbnail on Canva for this one. What's this one? Energy ripping. Let's make myself let's say, upload files. Let's say, I think it's going to be that one. Make me a superhero with an electric lightning bolt and a cape. With a blue bodysuit and yellow accents. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Eli. Your analysis of Oracle was spot on. You used Trendspider exactly the way I would use it. You used the oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's download this one. Again, I think if you use the tools and the high conviction zone thing, I'm pretty sure, let me see. I think, let's see. High conviction zone. Did this one have it? No, this is all the Sidekick stuff. Yeah, there it is. And this is what you use Seeking Alpha for your fundamentals, you use the market tone, and you use Trendspider for your technicals. And it all kind of, as long as you fall in that high conviction zone for the trade that you're looking at, Eli, which I think you are, Oklo and Baba, both I would say Oklo, isn't Oklo? Yeah, this is the nuclear one. So it's got the energy in there. It doesn't fit for me, the fundamentals, but if it fits for you, then you've got to assume that, yeah, it's good. Now, this is a company that has no revenue, 97 million in revenue. I don't know where their revenue comes from, to be honest with you. Earnings from continuing operations. Yeah. Oh, no, there is no income. That's 97 an operating expense. They have no income. So, yeah, that's what kills me with this one. But it's beaten down for a reason. And it's beaten down because it just went too high. Because the valuation is completely out of, it's 10 times forward book with no revenues. Its growth, non-existent because they don't have revenues. Its profitability, again, take these scores for what they're worth because the company has nothing other than promises. It's nuclear fission, but this is years and years away. So for me, as somebody who, this is a trade. So in this high conviction zone, the market tone is more important than the fundamentals. And your technicals are going to be what you're going to use. Now, when I look at this, the 4-hour algorithm, it wins 37% of the time. And a lot of that was here where you made 157%, 31%, you made 54%. So a lot of that is in this short-term run-up. I think the 4-hour algorithm works. Let's look at the weekly. But when you've got something that comes out of a SPAC and you've got it run up like that, to me, I think if you're again, I talk about confirmation a lot. If you're looking at this one particularly, that 9-day on a weekly, you haven't had confirmation really since January 2026. And it really didn't even give you that much confirmation. Like this one, even though it's a red candle on September 2025, that's confirmation. Now, it didn't even pull back the next week. I mean, we should have been buying this at 109 because it didn't even pull back to there. But you lost confirmation here, and it really started losing it there. You didn't gain it back here because you closed at 105. Yeah, it's over the 9-day, but still the candle touches it. So it's kind of like, the stare. I would be putting pretty tight stops on this one. Like if it broke 76, I'd be happy buying it again. I'd be waiting for that because again, you could go up. If it breaks down here to 27, that might be a support. If it breaks down here to 57, that might be a support. And you're seeing 57 right now, 61. So you're in that range. But again, this for me, when you're looking at this high conviction zone, the fundamentals mean nothing. So it's basically going to be market tone and its energy, which is good. And then it's going to be finding that technical strategy that works. So you're going to be in this bottom area right here, which doesn't hit the high conviction zone. It's just, hey, maybe I want to take a trade. If your market tone and your fundamentals hit, maybe it makes sense to go here because maybe then the technicals drag it over into the high conviction zone. So it's a nice circular way of looking at things. Okay, does that help, Eli? That when I say I don't get into a lot of stuff, do I want Oklo or do I want Micron? Where would the high conviction zone for me be? Because fundamentally, Micron's great. Market tone, Micron's great. Technicals, Micron might be a little runny, but with that sideways trade that we've been seeing in the 4-hour right here, I think you're just setting up for capitulation where it's kind of, okay, you pull this back. Let's pull it back to where memory really started, like in August, where I brought it up that, hey, this one, starting to run a little bit because memory is look at where people are holding. I mean, there's a big lot right here in the 200s. But when you look, this is building up to be the next spot. And you're not seeing it get below this one at 370. So anything below $400, I'm like, I want to load up to it. Again, I could be completely wrong, Eli, but I think this one, and I spent, what did I spend? God, 3 days getting this chart kind of right where I could say, hey, the market tone, it's the sentiment. And that's why I went over sentiment. I've been going over technicals and fundamentals, and then I went over sentiment. So that high conviction zone, and it was more about having a conversation. This was, I think, with Notebook LM. And I said, hey, yeah, I don't think this chart gets enough. I probably don't use it enough because it was 3 days of, I like this stock. I don't like this stock. Here's the stock that I like. Here's the one that I don't like. Here are the reasons I like it. Here are the reasons I don't like it. And it came up with this great chart. And so it doesn't mean, again, it doesn't mean that you can't go with one that's technical and fundamental that maybe doesn't have market tone. This one might be software. You might be in this like left quadrant for software because the market tone sucks. But technicals and fundamentals, they kind of make sense. But you're in that one. So you're not in this one yet. Now, with Salesforce taking out loans to actually buy their stock, maybe you're in that high conviction zone. So it's really about kind of, understanding your own risk reward. But this, I think, puts it really, really well. It's just my goofy ass, gymnast. that makes people think, fuck, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's do this one. Do I like that one? No. Maybe the guy is, let's see, it's blue, red, and maybe this one. Yeah, we'll do the yeah. Customize template. I know I have this one already, but we're gonna where's my uploads? Okay, I got that one done. Oh, I don't want to share that. Oh, come on. Copy. Paste. Oh. Yes, you can. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's why. Oh, did I not download this? Yeah, that's me. Do 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 do. Let's see. Um, okay. Let's see. Elements plus. Okay. And we're going to make position forward, forward. There we go. Let's do this. Is there a way to copy? Oh no, is there a way to do? No. Copy. Oh, let's just do this. Let's take this away. that away. And and we'll put in uploads. Oh, folders. Trendspider. Seeking alpha. And download this one. That was a great play. Oh, it's XOP, is that? Did you mean XOM? XOM was a great, I mean, that 4-hour algorithm, I mean, it got you out, you could have made 35%, got you out with a 25%, but it just got you back in at 154. I think it's crazy, but again, you know, that the war has just shot that up. USO, all United States Oil Fund. I mean, look at that. 4-hour algorithm loses you on this one just because it's been a horrible trade. Let's upload this new episode. Select file. Do. Is it XOP? Yeah. Oh, okay. I had it on stocks for some reason. That's great. Let's see. I'm in XOP, but is there an inverse ETF that will go up when the price of oil goes down? I know you see SCO. I'm sure there's a single or double leveraged ETF. I'm sure it's going to set up a effing screener for me. Let me continue uploading this. Episodes. Copy. Paste. Inverse ETF mechanics. What'd you learn, Eli? The most direct option is Pro Short DUG. Let's look at DUG. It's an ultra short. So this one is using an ultra short is like 3 times. I never clicked in the freight. Yeah, I mean, you could literally, you know, well, XOP, I mean, we'll just look at the chart of DUG. Watch, it just tanks. Yeah, I mean, the danger is you get stuck in one of these, Eli. And I've gotten stuck in these before. And so I try and make sure, that I'm not overstaying my welcome. I'm checking my portfolio. I should be up. I mean, I was down a lot yesterday. I'm not even close to up how much I was down yesterday. Alpha Pix is up 2% though. It's Apple that's killing me. And it's because they reduced their China. Yeah. They reduced their China fees to 25%, which is probably going to drive Trump crazy. So oil will crash. It's just a matter of when. So, I mean, Disney's up 1%. Disney, I'm not buying Disney right now because it's just, you know, it can go down further. But this is a great company. I mean, that just, how this one's not a strong buy in the quant, I don't know. I mean, the valuation's a D, but their PEG ratio, I guess going forward, their PEG ratio does hurt because they're not growing as much. But good God, I mean, you go on a Disney vacation, look at how much that freaking costs. NVIDIA's up 1%. I mean, you know, the 52 range is 212. So, let me get this. I'm going to head out. Eli, I love chatting with you, but I want to, it's a decent day here. Oh, and I've been up for a while. Ugh. I didn't buy anything this morning. I wanted to buy stuff, but I was going to buy stuff late last night and after hours because we've been doing this up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, my freaking Webull portfolio is up 3%. That's all I bid. I bid under $40. I think is a great buy. Yeah, have a great week. Eli, I'll read your stuff. I do read your stuff. I just think, you know, again, I think if you sit there, download this chart. You should probably just share this with your folks. Throw it into Canva and get my stuff out of there. But again, this chart is great because I do think that it shows everything that I talk about is in this chart. And it doesn't mean the high conviction zone gets a 100% win rate. It just means that, hey, that's a probability factor. And so if you have all of these things going in, and I don't mind if people steal. I mean, it took me a while to come up with it, but yeah. Okay. Have a great weekend, Wendy, Eli, Donovan, Larry, Alex, Jennifer, T. Jassy, Camilo, Enjoy your weekends. I'll talk to you guys Monday. See you. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.